y'all, then this should be hard for other people. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah, because I have
I have no idea. At first, I thought it was Full House.
Is it Caucasian or Black?
It's a Caucasian show.
Okay, that's why it gave me like. Hold on. Let me know.
Is it Full House? They're not Full House.
It's not Full House. This is not Full House. This looks like Full House to you?
No,
I don't know.
It gave me Married with Children vibes, and it's not the Allen show like the Mr. Wilson. Where you had never.
You about to go beat him. Don't do it. You just wanted some food.
I don't know what to say without giving it away.
Oh yeah, don't do it. Hold up. Has it popped up on y'all end yet?
Yeah, it popped up on mine.
I'm waiting for mine to load up my tablet.
I probably won't be able to see no comments because I'm on the phone.
Damn, that food's steaming. I'm almost jealous.
Listen, I didn't have nothing to eat all day.
This
is the first thing I ate.
I woke up late on purpose because I went to bed late, and then I didn't intend on like going out today. I planned on going out Monday because I got to do a lot of stuff Monday. Why am my thing taking so slow? Why is it going? Oh, I know why. Because there ain't no internet. Duh. Not connected to. What's up with my internet?
I'm trying to find a way to make myself darker.
Why you want to make yourself darker? I mean, I know why, but I'm just saying, like, why you look fine.
I look yellow.
I gotta put in my my passcode on my tablet.
I look yellow, and I am not.
Is it the light? Do you need to just turn the light off?
Turn it off.
I mean, it's not that bad. Yes, Lord.
Where's my doggone paperwork? Where I put the password?
It's dark though.
You can still be seen though. I will say that much. How about this? Don't put what is your light? Is your light like a lamp?
Yes, a lamp.
Is it like one of
those? She took it to the hood.
Turn?
The very first
turn it. See if you can turn it against the wall and let it bounce. Let the light bounce off the wall onto you instead of the light just bouncing onto you.
I mean, technically, it is on the wall.
You see how you changed?
I'm trying to move it further away.
You ain't podcast?
I am.
All right.
Can you tell him let me know? I'm just gonna tell him. Don't worry.
I guess that's a little bit better.
Hold on, I can't even see you. Let me see.
See, you need me in your life.
Do she now?
I mean that in a couple different ways.
Let's not.
Jokes. These are jokes, y'all.
Hey, everybody watching. I see we got a few viewers.
Hold on, I can't hear. Hold on. I just who are watching? Hold on, let me see. Let me cut down the volume.
Oh, we going hookah bags. I need to get you got one from Africa? Or you got some somewhere else? Hold on.
Yeah.
All right, hi you guys, whoever's watching. All right, let's go ahead and start because Daniel's a busy man. Me and Cortney just the ones. I'm just low-key a housewife, kind of, sort of. Nothing to do. Well, I got shit to do, but you know. All right.
Okay, just throw me under the bus. That's cool.
Actually, no. I mean, you got things to do too. You know. I mean, we just out here floating.
Did you say Cortney is a housewife?
I said I'm a housewife.
Oh. You busier than all of us talking about you housewife.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, people really think I got a man backing me, but I really don't. You know. But all right, so let me press record because I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't record the build up of the thing. I actually record the actual starting of the show. You know?
Right.
All right, so let me hit that. So I'm about to Record. Hi everyone, I'm Monique, owner of AshleysYummyTummy and the creator of the I've Noticed Podcast. I got my super co-host here, Cortney, and we got Danielle here. Make sure you go like the I've Noticed Facebook page. You can also follow me on Instagram if you choose to stalk me there. It's AshleysMonique843. But I would really love for you guys to go on YouTube, AshleysYummyTummy on YouTube, and I have everything, all the questions, and I got the questions broken down into the episodes broken down into questions on the YouTube page, and it's the playlist called the I've Noticed Podcast Clips in Full Episodes. And if you don't want to watch it, if you're at work, at the gym or wherever, grocery shopping, or you just want to put something in your ear because you don't want to be bothered, you want people to want to seem like you're busy, you can listen to us on iHeartRadio, Pandora, Amazon Music, wherever, pretty much, I think wherever you stream it at. All right, so I'm gonna let my co-hosts here introduce themselves and let you know what they got going on, and follow them. Courtney, would you like to go?
Sure, because I don't have a long list like everybody else does. I'm Courtney. You can follow me on IG at Full Court, FULLCORT. And that's about it.
Well, that was very brief. All right, so Danielle, your turn.
What's up? I go by Daniel. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok, both the same at I_am_rhythm. That's RHYTHYM.
And the hosting.
Sunday. Every Sunday night at 10 o'clock. I need to tell people 9 o'clock because people don't get it to 11. That's where I'm at now. I'm at the owner of More Than Words house. But actually, you want to come here? I'm sorry. So, like I said, every Sunday night. This is Tyler Davis.
Hello.
He is a proprietor of the More Than Words movement that we have, the open mic night every Sunday at Absolute Hookah Lounge in Florence, South Carolina. We start at 10 o'clock, but get there at 9 o'clock so y'all can be there by 10 o'clock.
CP time.
Yeah, right.
All right. Okay, so we got some very with some current news that's going on, in the world. We're gonna have some current topics that we're gonna talk about, and then just some things in general. But all right, first and foremost, we started last week with Courtney's game, her background check game. For those of you who are watching, do you recognize what sitcom or what show that's in Courtney's background? If you recognize it, put it in the comment section of what show it is. Last week we was doing the week before last we was doing if you get it right, you win a video call with Courtney. She didn't like that. So we're gonna come up with a different winning. So if you recognize the background, then type it in the comment section, Courtney's background game. So
yes,
check background check. So
and neither one of them know what it is, so I'm excited because then
I honestly I don't know. I don't know.
Idea.
I mean,
it's low-key a little bit disappointing because this was a great show. It was a great show, Caucasian show, but a great show.
I don't recognize nothing. I don't recognize the chair, the angle. I don't recognize.
I don't recognize none of that.
Me either. Even a grandpa chair, I don't recognize anything. But okay, also for people who watching on YouTube as well. When the playback watching on YouTube, put the people from YouTube watch this. Put the comments because I honestly have no idea. I don't.
You want a hint?
Yeah, give me a hint.
I'm just gonna say one thing, okay? Dumbass.
Sanford and Son?
No.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Is it Roseanne?
No.
Okay, then I give up.
That was more like the kitchen, and then they did have a living room scene, but I know that door wasn't there.
That's not Roseanne. I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I said that. Because I'm envisioning Roseanne right now.
Is it that 70s show?
It is.
Well,
See, I didn't really watch the 70s show like that.
yeah, I did, but I don't remember.
Got it. Thanks, Tavy. I'm so proud of you. We best friends. I knew it, girl.
No, I didn't know that because I remember the basement and the kitchen. I don't remember the living room scene.
This is the chair Red always likes to sit in.
Now
Who?
I got to go watch it. I got to watch it on
I'm about
YouTube
to
now.
say, who on?
Red,
The girl with the long red hair and that she was tall or whatever. All right, so that was a great background check because I failed. All right, so let's get into the first topic we have here, which is Whitney actually came up with this topic, which was, do women want to be compensated for their time with men? And how she came up with this, from my understanding, if Whitney, you're watching, she said that she saw something that triggered her, but I kind of see this all the time, and I'm not guilty of this, but I support 100% of don't waste my time. Men, don't waste my time. Like, so the topic come from, I guess, about women. I think it's different from the $40 Cash App. I think it's different from that. So the question is, do women want to be compensated for their time? Danielle, we're going to ask you, and if the guy in the background, you know, your friend, if you want to participate as well, do you feel on your journey or experiencing women or dating women or conversing with women, do you feel like they want things? Like, not, what do you think? Do you think women want to be compensated for their time?
Different women want different things. I honestly believe that, but I honestly believe that every woman wants to get something out of their relationship. Doesn't necessarily mean monetary wise, you know what I'm saying? But like they have to feel like they're getting something out of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's when things get stagnant. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel there's sometimes that it's even just from the beginning, period. You know what I'm saying? Like they feel like they want to get something out of that. I can't pinpoint necessarily or say necessarily what it would be, but there's something, you got to feel like you're getting something. Quality time, you know, the time you go out on dates, you know what I'm saying? And some women are superficial, so it's like, okay, as long as they're paying for the food, like I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, we talked about what was that, food bake?
Yeah, so it's just like I do believe that all women want some type of compensation for that, and especially when it comes to reciprocation, to where like, well, if I'm gonna do something for you, I need something. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think that. I mean, in my experience, yes.
And so how do you feel about that? Like, you feel like it's justified? Like, are you traumatized from it? Like, are brainwashed from it? Like, women want that, so you just like, fuck it, I'll just, where you want to go eat at? Like, what kind of shit?
I believe that's what I feel like that's everybody. I understand that this specific question is geared towards women, but I feel like that's with men and women. We want to get something out. We just don't want to put effort in without reaping some kind of benefit. You know what I'm saying? And the benefit could just be something as small as love. As you know, but that's not small, but you get what I'm saying. Like, right. I feel like this question, a lot of people would go to, yeah, well, women want to get money. They want to get, but some women, they do the things that just because they want the love and the care and the quality time reciprocated. I feel like everybody wants that. I don't want to be with nobody that I'm always putting out and not get something back. You know what I'm saying? Even if I'm doing things out of the goodness of my heart, like I still want to feel like I matter to you. I don't want to feel like a check. I don't want to feel like a bank account. I don't want to feel like, you know what I'm saying, an ATM, a sex doll, nothing like that. Like I want to get something out of it. It should be mutual. It should be evenly reciprocated. That's my opinion on that.
How do you feel about it, Cortney? Do you think women want to be compensated for their time?
I agree with Daniel. I think it's not just like a women thing. Like everybody wants to get compensated in some way, type of form. Like nobody wants to waste their time. I don't think. I mean, of course, you know, sometimes like I guess when people have first dates and stuff, like, you know, it's not always, you don't know if it's going to work out or not, you know, unless, you know, that first 15 minutes goes by. Of course, they say that women know within like the first 15 minutes or something like that, that they know if it's, you know, they're going to have a second date or not or something like that. But I mean,
Right.
that's just like a trial and error type of thing. But to like, put in effort, of course, everybody wants to be compensated for their time in some way, form, or fashion. Some people want to be compensated, financially or materialistically or whatnot. And then, some people want, love and affection and all that stuff reciprocated back. So I think it's like a universal thing, like what Daniel said, everybody wants to be compensated for something, some way, somehow.
Right. Okay. Hood wise, okay, so what I kind of see what Whitney, if she's talking about what I've been seeing, which is women want to be compensated monetarily, like material wise, either be gifts, trips. I think food automatically comes with it. But my thing is, because I've had conversations with guys, that I meet and stuff, and they have a problem with the $40 Cash App girls. They be, oh, can you pay my phone bill? Can you do this? Can you do that? And I'm like, why is it such a big deal? Like, why do guys complain about that when y'all want? I think you should just be honest up front. Like, if women want the money, if they want you to pay certain bills, then you should just be honest. Guys should just be honest and be like, okay, I want some ass. So when you come together and say, I want you to pay my phone bill, I want a little bit of head every now and then, just talk about it. And then just be honest, and versus you pretending like you don't want to be a gold digger, not necessarily a gold digger, and you pretending like you don't want to be like every other dude with, wanting ass and stuff. Just be honest about it. Honestly, people respect it more. Women respect it more, and I think men respect it more. Because from what I understand, like talking to older guys, like 33 and up or whatever, they're just like, they're just like women now. They don't want to waste their time either. So they just be like, what you want? Tell me what you want so we can stop. We can just.
I'm 27 and I don't want to waste my time. I can't stand
like, tell me what you looking for. Like, when I met a guy to be like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I'm like, damn, like conversations are different now. Like, versus it being like, what kind of panties you got on? Like, because guys like stuff like that. They'd be like, I'm like, you want to know where I'm gonna be at in 5 years? Like, okay, but I'm happy to know that we all kind of like know that it's a mutual thing. It's not just falls on the woman. Like, men want things as well, not necessarily financially. I think men are more like want more affection and time and things like that now, which is a great thing, All right, so that was the do women want to be compensated for their time? Yes, but men also want to be compensated for their time as well. Right. Nobody at this point in time, 2021, nobody wants to waste their time, especially after the year that we just had. So, all right, so topic number 2, which is I heard this a lot, like 2019 and 2020, which is black men don't cheat. I don't know if that was like a joke or what. Like, I think the first black men we knew to cheat, the first set of black men that we knew for sure cheat, is either your daddy or your uncle. I know my uncle for sure, because I had like a lot of aunties at the same time, a lot of them at the same time. So, Daniel, as a black man, is this true? Black men don't cheat? Is that true? Or is that just a board game or just a t-shirt? Like, or it's just a hashtag?
It's a t-shirt.
Of course it's true.
Black men don't cheat. Come on, Daniel. We counting on you. We counting on you. Don't do this.
This is all I can say on this conversation is, like I said about 4 episodes ago, I can't speak for nobody else. I can speak for myself. And as a black man, I've never cheated on anybody in a day of my life. Okay. I hold that same standard to everybody else. And I don't, I don't believe that,
So this is based off your personal experience that, of course, black men don't cheat, because I don't cheat.
But yeah,
now we're not going to have any women in my inbox saying, he a damn lie. Girl, let me tell you this.
Man. Let me stop playing.
Stop playing.
You know what I'm saying? there's been many bad apples in the bunch of goodness that is the basket of black men.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like every group of person has that type of person that just messes everything up. So I'm gonna say yes. Realistically, yes, they do.
Okay.
I say they do because me as a black man don't cheat, but there are black men that cheat.
Okay, so we got Suge Knock said Clint Coley came up with the black men don't cheat ordeal. He's a comedian. Yeah, it had to be a comedian. It had to be funny because, like I said, like I know that I had like 3 aunties at one time.
3.
Yeah, and that's a whole nother topic because I hate like moms that like condone that type of stuff. Like you got one girlfriend that comes to the cookout, and you got one girlfriend that comes to the Sunday dinner, and then you got the other girlfriend.
Oh yeah, they don't say nothing. They just
nothing.
Doing.
And then they be like, "Oh, I love his mama. His mama is so sweet." I knock her sweet potato pie off the damn table.
Not the pie.
The pie. All right, so Cortney, how do you feel about black men don't cheat?
It's the laugh for me. It's like, do I got stories for y'all?
I don't have any stories.
That you know that you can
of mine. I don't have stories of mine. But of course black men cheat. I mean, what's it called? It's a headline in news every day and social media. It's always somebody cheating. Quavo. But
who did you say Quavo?
Of course black men cheat. But I mean women cheat too, right? Or supposedly, allegedly.
You know what?
That's what I should have used. I should have said allegedly.
It just hit me with because the reason why we're bringing up this topic is because, popular Quavo and Sweetie, she just announced, I made her iOS press release that, he cheated and she's not here for it. Like Daniel said he's one and done, but she held on a little bit longer. She said behind the scenes, she can't, keep doing this type of betrayal. Mm-hmm. So Cortney just said Quavo. And it hit me, okay, Offset with Cardi B. And it just hit, I was like, wait a minute, it's 3 of them little motherfuckers in the Migos. So it's Offset, Quavo. You know who ain't cheated? Takeoff.
I don't know if they was just trying to be funny or not, but I saw a tweet on Twitter where it said Offset, or is it Takeoff? It was Offset cheater, Quavo cheater, Takeoff private cheater.
Clearly, I was about to say, clearly he just ain't got caught, or his girl just don't care.
But you know what? To think about it, he's never in the public. Ever. He's not. He is like, he get his money and he is like out of here. Like, did the check clear? All right, I see y'all back at the cookout. Like, he don't care about none of that fame or none of that stuff. Like, I like him. Like, I don't even know him, but
that's how I would be if I was famous.
I damn sure plan on being like that. Like, yeah, Marie, I like Takeoff too. Like he's like so to himself, like, but also the Derrick Jaxn guy that's been publicly. So Derrick Jaxn, that's the relationship guy, the guy who black men hate because he's telling women, but he just got caught up in his own little scandal. And what happened?
Did he really?
Yeah, a background with that is he was pretending like, him and his wife was getting separated, which I've never followed him because I don't buy into the bullshit. I knew, I got PSTD about black men, men period. Full of shit. But anyway, so when he was like, oh, don't do this, and women, you need to do this, and I'm like, I'm not listening to him. First off, he looked too good. Women are dreamy over him, so that means he got pussy galore, like women throwing their bras and panties at him, and ain't like he ducking and dodging them like the Matrix or some type of shit, like, no, I knew he was out here fucking. So sure enough, he was lying to a friend. She said that, they've been knowing each other off and on for 10 years. Not that they've been sleeping together for off and on for 10 years, but they've known each other for 10 years. Even in the midst of his marriage, like she gave proof that, video proof, like she had receipts that, while he was married, he asked her like, what kind of drawers you got on, what kind of panties you got on, and he's like, no, for real, like what kind of, like I'll send y'all like the videos and stuff like behind the scenes or whatever. But he was so disrespectful that he flew her and her friend down to his home while his wife was out of town, fucked her in him and his wife's bed. And so the person that was interviewing her was like, so you didn't know he was married? She's like, no, I knew he was married, but he told me he was in the process of getting a separation. So when I went to his house, you know, her pictures and stuff and the kids' stuff was up, but she did see moving boxes. So to her, it was like, okay, I see you all boxes. Right, it's legit. Yeah. And then also, what guy would be dumb enough to bring me to his house and, you know, freak me in him and his wife's bed?
Wow.
Derrick,
apparently.
Yeah, him. And then she provided more proof, like her and her friend, which come into the third question about wingman, because he had her come bring a friend down, so he had a friend for her friend, right. And so she got like videos, she got pictures, she got, but what happened was after that, she was like, she went back home, she stayed for like a weekend, then she went back home, and then he contacted her, and she was like, he was like, hey, let's just move our conversation to Snapchat. And y'all know I don't have Snapchat, but from my understanding, stuff disappeared within 24 hours. And so she was like, that's kind of strange, but okay. Because he was like, oh, she's coming back home from out of town. She was like, I thought y'all were separate. He's like, yeah, but I just don't want any kind of confusion or whatever.
I hear a little bit of whining. I think he got to go to the bathroom.
And so she was like, a couple days later, she realized that he blocked her from every social media outlet. And so she was like, no, this can't be right. And you know how Cortney, you know how us women, we do our PI, private investigations. So if I can't get up here, I'm contacting you, like, girl, go ahead and type in Daddy name. Right. So when she did that, it was deleted, like he deleted it again, but that was the friend that she actually went down, he flew down with her for his friend. So they went to another person's page, and that's when they realized that he blocked both of them. He blocked both of them from all his social media. And then that's when a couple days later, that was when he posted him and his wife, which everybody says out of all the years he's been on social media and doing like this coaching for women, and he's never posted anything about his wife, his child, nothing. They say all the closest you think you'll get to his personal life is the fact that he has a car seat in the back of his car, And so she was like, this guy just flew me down, had sex with me and my friend. He had a friend for my friend, and then all of a sudden he blocked me, didn't even say anything. He didn't say, like, this is where the honesty part come in. Like, if you just tell a woman, like, look, me and my wife is kind of going through it. All right, she's not freaking me the way I want to. I'm just looking for something on the side. Can you sign this piece of paper and keep it between me and you? Versus just lying, being like, oh, we're separated. She's out of town. She's moving out of here. I've emotionally left the relationship. First off, men don't even have feelings like that. Tell me emotionally, except for Danielle. Talking about,
I wasn't even about to say nothing. Like,
I didn't want to be attacked. And he's talking about emotionally left the relationship or whatever. And I'm like, come on, get out of here. So that's when she made a decision. She was like, bump this. She's letting the world know, because she didn't like how he treated her as a human being. But for him to be still married and sleeping with his wife and her and whomever else, she's like, no. And he preaching the gospel like, women, you shouldn't settle for this. Women, you shouldn't. She said, hell no. Nah. So,
you think that's why she did it?
I mean, her feelings was hurt. Remember when my feelings got hurt? Remember when Spartanburg crushed me? And I was like, remember I called you? I was like, should I tell his wife? Like,
yeah, I remember you.
And you told me no. And I was like,
you just want to tell that woman on her birthday.
At least wait till the next day.
He hurt my feelings.
But you ain't have to ruin a woman's birthday.
But my thing is, I feel like she know that he was a cheater anyway, so I don't feel like my birthday got ruined. Remember, like the day after my birthday, on the way to my birthday luncheon, I got a anonymous phone call with a woman telling me my friends with benefits situation was a whole different person. Like, I was catfished. Like, I don't even know who that was. Like, different age, different name, different kids. I was like, what the fuck? You know, so do you think I was reflecting my pain on her, like just being like, you know what, if I'm going down, but I told
you were.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with that.
My thing is the only reason you wanted to tell her is because you felt hurt, not because you felt like she needed to know.
I did feel like she needed to know.
But here's the no. Here's the reason why. Okay, because I'm going back to the situation with his name, Derrick Jaxn. Although a woman of character, first of all, ain't gonna get flued out and have sex with a married man, even if they separate. That's my opinion. Unless like the papers are filed and they're just waiting. But like,
I get what you're saying, Daniel. But believe it or not, a lot of women, because I'm not that woman. Like, I don't deal with married men. Period. Like, I don't care if you separate it. It's estranged, whatever the word is. Divorce. No, right. But a lot of women do that. Like, a lot of women say, "Oh, remember?" Because I said the topic about Black people divorce. Like, you're still legally married, but he over here with his girlfriend, she over here with her boyfriend. Who does that? A lot of people do that. A lot of.
But what my point is, she didn't say anything until she got blocked. So now she had the leverage to make the statement, just like you had the leverage to make the statement, but you wasn't gonna say nothing. If that woman would have been kept happy, she wouldn't have said nothing. Period. And I don't buy the whole, oh well, you know what I'm saying, they were separated, so that's why I went over there and had sex. I don't buy that. I don't care what nobody says. She knew. Even if she think they having problems, that don't make it, you know what I'm saying? That don't make it right because they having problems. So like, I don't feel like a woman of, right. And I don't feel like a woman of character, an actual woman of character, she hurt. And she probably caught feelings for the man.
Of course.
And that's the reason why she outed him. Because that's the reason why side chicks out all their men after they get hurt and after they don't get what they want. Tell me I'm lying.
Does anybody in the comments disagree?
Do y'all agree that side chicks only become vocal, want to be public after they get their feelings hurt? Yes or no? So are you saying, Daniel, that because you use character and respectable, so are you saying if a woman knows a man is married but separated, be it there's documentations being separated, or they just verbally saying they're separated, you're saying that the woman should wait until there's a divorce?
This is what I'm saying. I think the only way, this might not make sense to most, but to make sense in my head, the only way that I would be, I ain't gonna say okay with, but the only way that I would be like, okay, that makes sense, is if in the off event, this probably would never happen in the history of the world, but in the off event, you had a conversation with the wife saying, we are separated. I don't want that man. We just waiting for the paperwork. You know what I'm saying? He can do what he wants because I'm doing what I want.
Sugar Knox, why do you disagree?
You get what I'm saying?
Oh no, I feel like what you're saying.
But that would never, obviously that would never happen.
You know why it would never happen? Because the man wouldn't let it happen because he know he's still fucking around with the wife. Like he know.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. That should be a red flag.
Right. Listen, that's me. Let me tell you, I just got dumped. Not dumped, but I just got floated off. Like, because I was like, oh no, you're not coming to my house. I'm coming to your house. Like, because I want to see, because he made it seem like he was this perfect guy. Like, he's never been married, take care of his kids, you know, got dogs, which I hate dogs, you know, and just all this other crap. And then I'm like, no, you're not coming to my house. I'm coming to your house. And I literally said, back in the day, I used to just keep stuff in my head, like my plotting and planning. But like now I'm grown as fuck, and I'm like, I can do what I want to do. So I'm like, no, I'm coming to your house because I want to see who you are. If you really disappeared, now he got phone troubles. Disappeared.
Facebook broke. His Facebook broke.
Girl, no. He's one of those. Listen, he's one of those men that don't have Facebook. What person doesn't have Facebook in this day and age? Even if you just want to see the damn news, you know, everybody has Facebook. Even if you don't post, everybody has Facebook. because they want to see what they pastor, because with the COVID and stuff, they pastors have to do the online stuff now. So they go to church online, like everybody has Facebook. So when a man, that's a red flag for me, which me and Whitney kind of heard the same thing. Like guys be like, grown, real men, which, we need to get into that topic, like real men, but they be like, oh, real men don't have Facebook because that's just a gossiping site for women. No, it's a great networking site, great marketing tool for free. You don't have to pay for it.
You gotta pay nothing.
You wanted a man that didn't have Facebook.
I know, I was brainwashed. See, PTSD. Like,
you was brainwashed?
I was brainwashed. Like, cause he was like so dreamy, like other than, the other flaws that he had, but the facial stuff, whatever, but I was just like, yeah, men don't, what, you're right. Cause he was like 40. Well, he lied about his age. That just be, damn, they get on my nerves. I ain't gonna say that publicly.
You see what?
No, I ain't want LG. I don't want this video coming back in my life when I'm rich and, and they try to take me out. I want to be like a white woman with my fur coats. I don't want them trying to cancel me or whatever. Standing outside my restaurant trying to picket me. But it's just horrible. But as far as like the Quavo and the Sweetie thing, have y'all seen the meme about she said because some females really do take the high roads and keep it moving, especially if she did her part by him. She can knock him low if she want it yet. She just literally take the high road. It's rare. Are you saying that about the wife?
I think she's saying that about the side chick.
Yeah. Okay.
And I get that. I totally get that. And I wasn't saying all women would, you know what I'm saying? But come on now. Who's that? Sugar saying that? Because I can't see the... Come on. What's the ratio of that? Like, let's be honest here. What's the ratio? Why are, even for celebrities or non-celebrities, why is everybody, I have to speak my truth after things don't work out?
And first off, vocabulary words mean things. High road and keep it moving. There's no high road when you're a side chick. You already low. Bottom of the barrel. Like, I don't give a fuck if you can't be classy and respectable as a side chick. Now, if you
knowingly talk, and that's another.
Yeah, if you didn't know, which. God,
if the girl would have came out and said, the woman, I'm sorry, not the girl, but the woman would have came out and said, I honestly didn't know he was married. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. I didn't know, which is impossible because he's famous. But like, let's say it's a regular nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was married. He didn't tell me he was married. He didn't have a ring on when we first met. That's justifiable. You know what I'm saying? Then you can even take the high road then. And that would make sense. But like, half of these women know these men's situation. And I know these men be lying too, but some of these men be telling the doggone truth, like, I'm married. But I want you.
I've had guys be like, listen.
And then they still they get their feelings hurt and still try to go, I'm just coming to you as a woman because I don't feel right about this after you done got screwed over. But if she was still happy, say for instance, if he never blocked her, right? He never blocked her off or nothing, she wouldn't have said nothing. Whether she think I'm sorry, their dog is eating, by the way, if you hear that. But she wouldn't have said nothing. And that's my point. She outed him because she hurt. And 90%, 85% of the women around here that knowingly are seeing a man that's either married or with somebody is gonna come out and play the victim. That's my opinion.
Listen. I think Daniel said something, and I'm gonna. I can't really implement that in my life because when a guy says that he's married but separated, automatically I don't go no further. I'm like, well, all right. But for those of women who have
before you open another one,
for those of you who entertain that bullshit, because that's exactly what it is. And I mean, if people who either on Facebook or YouTube, when y'all replaying this and watching this, if you have any successful side chick stories, put them in the comment section because I want to know, is there a happily ever after for side chicks? And the one now I do know in real life, Marion County, side chicks, grown women who do have the man, they're married, but but they're horrible. They're miserable. Like he got side babies and outside babies outside of your marriage, which the old folks say you how you get them is how you lose them. But some women are still, some side chicks are like, oh no, this is my man. I really love him. And that they're still in this relationship with him. Like I know one that's been married for a long time. But anywho, but those of you who are watching this, the playback and stuff, if you was a side chick and y'all are married, like he really did divorce his wife and got with you and y'all are still married, or divorced the wife, got with you, and then somehow y'all didn't work out, like I would like to hear the story, all right, what about the what Daniel said, just don't, if he says he's separated but married, ask to talk to the wife to confirm the story. If he says no, that's your answer right there. He's lying. And if he try to pull that, oh, she's just evil, she's just mean, because like I just implemented this rule as well. Like when I talk to a guy and if his baby mama is a bitch, or he's talking back, I'm not condoning that. I'm not no, we're not doing that. So
you're you're not going to hear like, oh, my ex is a bitch. Like you're thinking like, what did you do to make her a bitch?
Right. Because I'm like, why is she that? Like, why? And 9 times out of 10, especially with the kids, like women are okay until you're not financially there. Like you're not responsible for your children. And then that's when guys are, oh, she's a bitch, she's this. No, like I'm just not,
Well, let me step in right there. There are some women that just, and that the ratio is still there. The ratio, like I said, it's still the ratio, but we still can't take into consideration that lower tier ratio of women that a man can try to do everything he can, and because he don't want to be with her, he can't be with the kids. That's a real thing.
Yeah, I'm not ignoring. I'm not okay. Well, let me edit that. I'm not ignoring that because that is a real thing. Because I know people that have went through that. But what I'm saying is, when I meet guys and automatically, being brainwashed, and they're like, give a brother a chance, even though. So what lets me know that she's probably justified is if I already meet him and he's not working, he doesn't have transportation, he doesn't he's living with other people, like he's just doing like little side gigs because he's like, oh, I don't want to work for the white man, I'm working for myself, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm independent. Bruh, no you're not, when you're going to work for the white man, or Hispanic people rather, you go clean the horse stables or whatnot, like that's still working for somebody else, But anywho, all right, so the memes that's going around about the Quavo, it was something about he had the car repoed from Sweetie. How do you feel about that? Like he was making the payments. She made her status about, the relationship is over. Behind the scenes he was cheating and I can't deal with it. So I'm okay with him taking the car as a woman, because if I'm not gonna pay for it, if you bought it for me as a gift, but it's payments being paid on it, if we're no longer in a relationship, I don't anticipate you still making the payments on it. So, and I'm not gonna take up the payment. So come get this shit. I'll just go get me a Kia Sophia or some shit, Ford Focus. Fuck that. So how do you feel about that, Daniel? It's like, if you was with a woman, you bought her a Charger, payments $500 a month, but y'all broke up either nicely or non-nicely. Y'all not together no more. Are you still gonna make the payments on the car?
Get your stuff back. That's just it. I got a friend literally right now going through this. Literally, like right now.
Like a man that's doing it, or
my homeboy bought a car and got a lease on it for who he thought was gonna be his wife's son. He was being, a super stepdad.
Ooh.
And literally they broke up. And I'm not gonna, obviously I ain't gonna put this whole business out. Well, you don't know who it is anyway. But anyway, but he's literally going through that. And I told him, get your stuff back. You are the primary lien holder, and it is messing your credit up. Get your stuff back.
So are you saying that they're not together anymore, and the mom isn't responsible or womanly or respectable enough to say, hey, I know we ain't together no more. I know this ain't your child. Can we go to the dealership and let's transfer this over into our names? or I'll hand you the cash money, the $350 whatever per month, to make sure that it's getting paid for. Like they didn't do any of that.
But I don't know the necessary like details. All I know is that it's messing him up, and that's enough for me. When he told me,
ain't no payments being made,
keeping him from being able to get something in his own name again, because he already has a lien now. You know what I'm saying? With his bank, most banks don't let you have more than one lien.
Right.
So my thing is, he can't drive the car. He needs another car. You know what I'm saying? Get your stuff back.
Well, hold on. So would this go along with the side chick thing? Like, if they wasn't together, if they were still together, would he still be trying to get another car, like another lien? You know what I mean? Or is it because now that they're separated and now he's trying to get a car of his own, like now it's becoming a problem?
I think, again, I don't know all the details. You know what I'm saying? But I think that where the issue lies is it would be easier for, if he, say for instance, you got two married people and you got the father is like, okay, my baby's turning 16, so I'm gonna put a car in my name. I need another car. We're gonna go through the same bank. So how about we get a car in your name as my wife for, you know what I'm saying? But now that he's alone, you know what I'm saying? It's different and it's difficult. And even, here's my thing. Let me say this. I don't care if you can get 50 million cars in your name. I don't care if he got the money to go take something off the lot cash. Just call me petty. I'm getting my stuff back. Especially if it's like, and I think he did it as more of a favor rather than a gift. And I think that's where the lines get crossed. You know what I'm saying? Like like for me, for instance, if I bought my girlfriend or my wife some jewelry, I'm not gonna ask for that back. If I bought her some shoes, I'm not gonna ask for that back. If I buy her, say, a TV as a Christmas gift, I'm not gonna ask for that back. You know what I'm saying? But this ain't necessarily for his girlfriend. It's for her son, who's over 18. You know what I'm saying? I did this because I love your mama. But now that's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, just call me petty. That may just be me. But
how do you feel about it? How do you feel about it, Cortney? Like, the car. Like, is he justified for repoing the car or taking the car back? Or you look at it like it was a gift, like, you're on mute.
I think it is kind of it's a little petty. It's a little petty because you did give that as a gift. Like, at the end of the day, regardless, like, I get what you're saying, Danielle, I really do. But like, it was a gift and you gave it to her. And it's not like the situation where you bought it for someone, for her son because I loved your mom and nothing like that. You bought it for her because it was, whatever, her birthday, and you loved her or you love her, whatever. It's a little petty. But I mean,
I also think it's different if he bought the car cash but he bought it on lien for her, you said, for Sweetie?
No, a lien. It's still a payment on it. Yeah. So that's my thing. I'm like, I get that it's a gift and you're not supposed to be like an Indian giver or whatever, but it's a gift, but it's not a paid off gift. So even if they're not together, even if it's a gift, you still got to make payments on it.
That's where I'm kind of like, don't get me wrong, I still think it's petty. I think it's a little petty because you still did that because you were in a relationship with her. No one could foresee like what was about to happen, right? But I mean, because of that, because you are still making payments on it, your name's still on whatever, I guess it's like whatever. But I mean, when you think about it, like, both, like, they have money. Like, it's not like it's gonna make a difference.
Like, you ain't just gonna buy that thing off the lot. Like,
right. Hold on now.
What? You
don't do that with engagement rings. Like, people still like regular human beings. Like, what man just go and be like, I'm gonna go pay off the engagement? Like, he made payments on it. He put it down payment.
These niggas ain't regular though. That's the point me and Cortney making.
Right.
Like, these dudes got money. Like, right. That's why when you like there's a payment on it, I'm like, what do you get, a Bugatti or something? Like, what?
But I think the car was in like Quavo's name. Like he's responsible for those payments.
So this is what happens, and that's the reason why I'm glad you said that.
But
it would be. Oh, go ahead, Cortney. I'm sorry.
I was saying, but my thing is that like I said, I think it's petty. But my thing is because it is that type of gift, and because of how much money both of them have. Like, let's be real, she could be doing this on her own.
Right.
So him taking back the car shouldn't really even be a big deal. Like it's not gonna be something that she's gonna be like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, ain't no way that's my only vehicle anyway. I don't care nobody.
Exactly. So like, I mean, with the situation that they have going on specifically, like it's like it should be whatever about the car because it's not really gonna make a difference in her life whatsoever. It's not like if he takes back the car, she ain't gonna have no way to get nowhere. Like. So it shouldn't be that big a deal.
Look, she has a driver anyway. Like
right. I do think it's a little petty, but I mean, with the tax bracket that they're in, it's really not a big deal. It's not that serious.
You know who's making a big deal about it? Everybody who can't afford them damn payments.
Exactly.
Everybody who can't make those payments. Because I personally, she probably, she can pay because she bought him like a $300,000 watch or something like that. Like she got the money. And matter of fact, I wonder if she's making payments on the watch.
It's the same thing as I saw somewhere. It was, I don't know who it was. This girl, I guess she was making a joke out of it, but she posted on Facebook. She was like, I got money, but I want to spend his money. Like, and it's just like, okay, I understand where your mindset is, but like, me thinking as a man who's
you understand that?
I understand it in a bad way. Like I understand what she's saying. Not I get it and it's cool. I'm saying like
I was gonna say that's kind of
what I'm saying is like with that type of mindset that some women have, for me as a man would be like, okay, let's just go switch the title over. You want to keep the car,
that's
but you want to break up with me. I'm going to put this in your name. We can run your credit. You can pay your down payment and you can keep the car.
Well, see, that makes sense, but from what I'm getting about the breakup, like it's not a good breakup. Like it's not. They're not at the point where they can sit down and have a conversation.
They got a mediator. Like, no, you tell him I said. Like they gotta,
That's.
I didn't read up on that. Okay, that's why I was confused.
All right, that's rich people business. Let's go back to our tax bracket. Okay, so topic number 3. Are friends obligated to be your wingman? So hypothetically, Daniel, you're going out tonight. You got a host. So, you see this girl or whatever, and you telling your homeboy like, yo, she got a friend. Like, come on. And the friend is like, man, I ain't want that. Like, nah, hell nah. Like, is he obligated to, because he's your boy? Like, is he obligated to be your wingman? If he says no, are you feeling some type of way? Because that's your boy. Like, y'all, like, our friends obligated.
The only way that I'll feel some type of way is if I took one for the team for you, and in the past, like, say that same year we went out and you like, bro, you know what I'm saying? I look at her homegirl and it's like, look, all right, I got you. I'll keep her occupied for this time. That's the only way I would feel some type of way. But I don't want to put nobody, because I don't want to be in that predicament. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to put nobody in that predicament, especially my friends, in that predicament to where like I need you to have my back on this. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't feel like friends should be obligated. Now, our friends obligated, people obligate their friends all the time. But I don't feel like I would, and unless he's down for it. Like, okay, she got a friend over there, and he's like, oh, she look good, and then we'll tag team. But like, if he's like, nah, bro, nah, I'm not gonna be like, come on, man. Unless like I said, unless I did it for him. Unless he was like, yo, I need you to be my wingman. And I was like, okay, I just got with the yellow wolf over there a couple months ago. Help me out.
All right, Cortney. You had a friend, you and your bestie, and she, she's like, come on, like, he need his friend need a girl, like, yeah. Where does your loyalty rely?
If I'm single and she needs help, I'm gonna help her. Because I mean,
oh, you I forgot. So you're not a phone number girl. You're a social media. Like, here's my Snapchat. You know.
Period. But like, yeah. If I'm single and she's like, he got a friend, I need you to entertain him so I get to know him. But I'd be like, sure, we can have, you know, a conversation or whatever. I could be friends with anybody, you know. Or not be friends with anybody, but like, you know, I can have a conversation with anybody. I can, like, you know, entertain, you know, somebody for a while. But I mean, like, I feel like, why would you not want to help your friend if they're like in that situation and you're able to, you know what I mean?
Is that considered cock blocking? Like, if you don't, like, because you know their friend is like the third wheel or something.
Some people might consider as cock blocking. I've heard people like be like, man, you cock blocking, like, because they didn't want to entertain the less attractive friend while the other one was, you know, getting with. So like, it can be looked at that way, but I think also, like, if you know, like, say if it's the type of person who's like not that type of person to do stuff like that and they don't do it, like, you can't be like, oh, you hate, and no, they just not up. So
I got a question though. Like, why? This is honestly an honest question for both of y'all. Why? I guess what I'm asking is, like, why is the wingman thing so important? Like, if you say y'all together, right? I'm gonna give y'all a scenario. You and Cortney are together somewhere, and I mean, I might be with friends, but if I see one of y'all and I'm attracted to one of y'all and I want to talk to one of y'all, why do I have to bring somebody over to occupy the other? If I'm just trying to shoot my shot, right? I'm not trying to spend the night. I ain't trying to, like, see what's up, what you doing later. Like, if I'm just trying to shoot the shot, get my number, and then go enjoy my evening. You know what I'm saying? Or is it where, like, only the wingman is supposed to be where, because we're trying to spend the rest of the night with y'all? Is that where that comes in?
That's what I was gonna say. It all depends. Like, if you're just approaching someone and being like, hey, I'm such and such, I seen you over here dancing, I just want to know, you know, I like the way you move, I want to get to know you, blah blah blah, give her number, and then you leave, that's one thing. But if you're trying to spend like the whole night, or maybe y'all met before and she's like, well, I'll go out with you, but I want to be a girl, like, that's safety purposes. Like, she's trying to, you know, be like, let me bring my friend with me so I don't feel so about the situation.
Okay. That makes sense. I was really wondering, like, I was just like, I don't know.
Okay, in the comment section, we got LOL, no, they not obligated. However, it would be nice. However, if you don't want to deal with that other person, why entertain it? That's where that honesty comes in at. So are you saying, like, if you're just not attracted to them whatsoever, because when you're out and about, it's the looks thing. Like, it's automatically, it's not like, oh, she has a great personality. No, because you don't even talk to them. So it's just that, it's just the, oh no, I ain't. So when you say don't want to be entertained or why entertain it, that means automatically you're not attracted to that guy or you're not attracted to that girl. So I'm not even going over there, wasting my time, you know.
Right. Because I'm not a fan of making somebody take one for the team.
So let's normalize that. Look, you know the little memes that's going around. Let's normalize, stop making your friend talk to the ugly guy or the ugly girl. Like, stop that. That's traumatizing. They're going to stop wanting to go places with you.
It is traumatizing. Like, I agree. They're not obligated to, but they're not obligated to at all.
And you know, another thing, the downside to that is let's say the ugly girl sees that guy, sees Daniel out at Walmart, and she automatically, like, because Daniel got great conversation, Daniel's attractive, Daniel's doing something with his life, Daniel's gonna be successful, and she wants some of Daniel. She wants some of I Am Rhythm. She want to know what our rhythm be like. You know what I'm saying? And she see Daniel at Walmart, and she be like, oh hell no, you ain't even call me back. You know. But Daniel was just taking one for the team. It wasn't nothing serious, sweetie. Like, it wasn't.
That's what you be like. That's when Daniel be like, "Well, I just, you know, it was nice."
No, that's what Daniel going on the other aisle, acting like he looking at pinto beans.
I ain't talking about pinto beans. I ain't never gonna. I mean, you know me, I'm different anyway. I'm gonna let you know that it was nice to meet you, but I don't need your number. Like, that's just what it
They're
is.
like, look, Cortney Daniel's like, but you can follow me on TikTok, 13,003 followers.
You can see what my whereabouts is, but you don't need my personal information. No, you could.
All right, so everybody.
I've been treated like that. I believe that I was at one point in time, the one that the girl took for the team. Like, honestly, I believe that
no, everybody's done that. Everybody has their ugly duckling phase. Like it's your glow up when you get older, you get money, you can do things, you know how style things now. Like everybody had their ugly duckling phase. Like, so you should not be an adult, a grown-ass person, and still be in that ugly duckling phase. Like, it's just too much to do. Like, YouTube is an amazing tool. Use it. Like, All right. So basically, to wrap up that, stop using your friend as a wingman. Like, you putting them in uncomfortable situations.
Exactly.
All right. So for the last question, I want to close out. Do private threesomes lead to public sexual assault cases? And the reason why I'm familiar with the T.I. and the Tiny situation, but Daniel was talking. How do you pronounce it? Is it Deshaun Watson?
Deshaun Watson, yeah.
Okay, so can you go more into that? Like, explain what's the allegedly the circumstances and situations around that, and what you're going to talk about specifically.
Right. It's not necessarily threesome things with Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson has had over 22 accusations, sexual assault accusations come out in a week. No, it just went up to 22 as of Friday, I believe. Now, granted, this is out of the blue. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have a history or anything. And the reason why I wanted to talk about it was because it really upsets me for this man has always been a man of standard. Like, Deshaun Watson has always been a man of standard. This man has done things for people out of his own money. He didn't raise no money. And I know that doesn't mean anything, but like, you know what I'm saying? Right. I mean, that's what I thought about just now as I was saying that. But like, this man has always been a man of standard. You know what I'm saying? And the simple fact of the matter is, none of this came out. I just find it funny that 22 cases came out after he's ready to leave the Texans. He asked for a trade. They didn't want to give him a trade. He asked them to release him. They did not want to release him. They refused to trade, and they refused to release him. So I guess he was like maybe threatening to sit out or something like that. If he does, and then now all of a sudden, all these cases came out. The other funny thing is, the lawyer that's representing a lot of these women is next door neighbors.
Yeah, I read.
I'm talking about one house over from the owner of the Texans. You don't find that kind of fishy?
Well, because I'm not familiar with him because I don't have a man, so I don't know nothing about sports, and I'm not a sports woman, So when I started doing my research, when you want to talk about it, I was like, oh, now this is, and I read comments. I'm a comment girl, and I was like, look, I'm not even Annalise Kill or Olivia Pope, and I'm like, this is suspicious. Like, this is just I said, this is too much. I was like, no, this does not add up. But I think it's modern day lynching, like, like they're trying to hang his ass, like they're trying to.
It's like a defamation of character.
That's for sure. Oh, they done did that because once you put that accusation out there, it doesn't matter if you're guilty or not. Like Charlamagne says that all the time. Like the lie is more entertaining than the truth.
All the time. And the thing is, these other teams, they look at your following. They don't care how good you are as a player. There's another player named Antonio Brown, arguably in his prime one of the best wide receivers in the league. Every team wanted him until one team said he's a bad teammate. Same thing happened to Terrell Owens. Same thing happened to a lot of players that were star players. And these teams are like, well, I don't need that on my team. I don't need that type of attention on my team. So it's like now everybody wants. He's one of the star black quarterbacks in the league. If you don't know what position he plays, he's a field general, and he's good. He's one of the best young quarterbacks in the league. So now you're not just messing with this man's character, you're messing with his pockets because you want him to stay on your team. So let's put this bad publicity out there for him because these teams are gonna be like, we like you, But we can't have that negativity around a locker room. So we're not gonna trade for it. Almost all his offers fell through.
What you about to say,
all
Cortney?
his trade offers.
I was gonna say though, but like I get the whole. Let me just put this out here. I'm not a sports girl. Like, you know, go Patriotics. I'm not a sports person. But like you said, like defamation of character and also like that, like of all the things, like you really gonna pay 22 girls to make these accusations just to tarnish his name? Like you said, like old dudes, like what's it called? All they said was that he was a bad teammate or he had a bad whatever energy, whatever. And then, you know, everyone caught on to that. And like, you know, that's what happened to all their careers. Why go this far?
Because that sounds like Deshaun Watson being a bad teammate sounds like more of a lie than this does. Just like she said, Charlamagne said.
But you just said yourself that it only took one person to say that for a whole bunch of people to believe it.
For them. Everybody's different. Everybody's different. There would literally be teammates that would back Deshaun Watson. Just like there's teammates trying to back him now. But like literally just the simple fact that it's an accusation against a woman. In today's time now,
Me Too movement.
where accusations are really, really big, starting back a couple years ago with Bill Cosby. Every single accusation is huge. Every single accusation is huge.
And you have to take it serious because you know how they say, and you know they say that Black women are the most unprotected women. So whenever now, you know, whenever somebody come out, you know, you gotta hold up. Wait a minute. Let's pay attention to this. You know, I think like does a waiver matter? Like can a because I know male celebrities do this. Like women, they just fuck whoever they want to, but male celebrities really have to get a waiver for a woman to sign things. So like, does that even matter? Like, can they still come out and say, oh, well, I mean, yeah, I just want him to do it like this, but he did it like this. Like, does having a sexual waiver matter?
It makes it null and void. She can't file a lawsuit against him if you sign a waiver to that saying that we are going to have sex. That's not even just for celebrity, that's for anybody. You know what I'm saying? If you're conscious enough to sign on the dotted line and say, we about to smash. You cannot go to court. At least I feel, I mean, I could be wrong. I'm not a lawyer. Right. I don't think that you can go to court and be like, well, he touched me the wrong way on our date when you went home and signed a paper saying you smashed. Because that's what they're going to bring up. It says right here that you were consenting to the sex.
Yeah, but I said I wanted this. I never said I was going to give him all. And then that's another thing. It was saying like the massage parlor thing. That I'm like, does he have a fetish for massage? Because people do have strange fetishes. You know, men like feet, men like this. Men like, I was like, damn, he got a thing. And you know, the white guy just shot up the massage parlor thing because he's like, that was his sexual. You know,
it was a hate crime. I don't care about no sex or nothing. That was a hate crime.
Oh well, we know, you know how they trying to, either they're gonna say it's they psychological, yeah, like. And so my thing is like, I do think like if this is a lie, because at the end of the day, allegedly, you have to use allegedly, and then also at the end of the day, you have to. They can't really settle because if you settle, you automatically in the public eye, you look guilty, because the barbershop talk, well, if he didn't do it, then why would he settle? Because sometimes you just be like, you know what? Fuck him. I don't want to.
And that's what I need to get it, period. And that's how a lot of them feel.
But also at the same time, you also want to know, I don't care how much it costs, I want my name cleared.
Right.
Right. So it's just, it's a lot. It's a lot. But my thought process, because like I said, I'm not into sports, but I am a human being. I'm a woman, I'm just thinking of like, how can you avoid those things? And I know that they do have sexual contracts. And then also a big thing that always comes out that I see a lot of men and women say it as well, because I do read comments. They're like, why they wait so long? And then one of the main things of why people say why they wait so long is because they're afraid, because that guy is bigger than them. They're just an ant. He's a giant. So who's gonna, even when Keke Palmer went on the Breakfast Club, she's like, yeah, Trey Songz, like people were still like criticizing her for what she said. And then but when a Caucasian person said, they be like, oh, how dare he?
Exactly.
So we need to check ourselves when we read stuff and automatically be like, oh, she lying or he lying, or like a lot of people are afraid to say things because they know that they feel like they ain't shit. But I also, not victim blaming or anything, I also feel like you shouldn't be going places like that's like being flued out. Like you're gonna be, if a guy just come on now, like
I know what Courtney about to say too. Go ahead and say it, because I know.
I want to hear what Courtney got to say. I don't want to hear what Courtney got to say because I don't want to hear what Courtney got to say, because if this man, like, you don't know him from a can of paint, he just slid up in your inbox and told you cute and liked a couple pictures and all this other stuff. Like, come on, like, what he want. Like, but that's when those adult conversations should happen. Okay, well, I want a car.
You don't think? Never mind.
What?
No, I want to know your thoughts. Go ahead.
Okay, so when I first hearing the story, my first instinct is to believe the woman. I'm not even gonna lie about this. I don't know nothing about this person. I don't know nothing about sports. I don't know nothing about how it works. I didn't know anything about what you had just informed us about and all stuff like that. But my first thing is to defend the woman. And I mean, if people normally, when they go in your inbox and they say that you're attractive, that's usually what they use to start the conversation. So you don't think that maybe he might have been in the inbox and was like, you cute or whatever, you're attractive or whatever, and maybe like it was supposed to be just a date. Maybe it was supposed to just be, what it was. And then you can't condemn her for.
But here's my question for that. Here's my question for that. And so just talking about Ashley, what Ashley said, being front out. Let's use common sense here. Okay.
People don't want to use that. People don't want to use that. People want to use fantasies.
Right. I don't care if he's rich. I don't care if he's a billionaire and trillionaire. Ain't no man gonna spend thousands of dollars on a plane ticket, hundreds of dollars on a plane ticket for you to fly all the way out there to spend money on you without, just like the first question, wanting something in return.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We don't know these conversations. And like you said, he's a stand-up guy. There's nothing about this is out of the blue. This is something, out of the ordinary. For all you know, I'm not saying that it's not possible that he might be being set up or, this whole thing is just some type of scam to, destroy his character. But I'm saying for all you know, he was like, I'm gonna, maybe they were, just talking and he was like, I'm gonna do this, that, and the third, and I don't expect nothing from you. This is just what I'm doing. For all you know, he was selling a dream. We don't know this man.
Courtney, you just said something that kind of made me be like, because you did say he does have this reputation of being a stand-up guy. So if a woman is into sports, which some women do their research on that, especially All-Star Weekend, they going for a baller baby, so she probably like, oh, well, he's not a threat. He's a nice guy, so of course, yeah, I'll come out, but I don't know. I just don't put myself in situations. I just personally don't.
This is my question. For somebody to be sexually assaulted, right? And if you're being flown out and then you get home, you know what I'm saying? Is that still, well, I can't really say that. I retract that.
Hold on. What do you mean by that? What do you mean?
Because I was thinking, in my first initial thought was, somebody, they're flying you out and then they say they do force themselves on you.
Okay.
And you feel like at that moment in time you're being sexually assaulted. To go home, and I don't know, I feel like if that happened, even if you didn't say anything, I feel like somebody's gonna know. Somebody's gonna know something is different.
Not necessarily.
That's why I retracted it, because I had to think about it. That's why I retracted it.
Very differently. Some people feel embarrassed because, like you said,
definitely embarrassed.
You're talking about realistically, you should know that that's what's expected. So if she went in thinking that that's not what's going to happen, and then she did get sexually assaulted, I'm gonna be scared.
That's why I did.
She's gonna be like, why would you be so fucking stupid? You know what I mean? You can't just assume that. People process things completely different, because there's some people who get sexually assaulted and they'll immediately let the world know. You know what I mean? I done met people that.
That's why I retracted that. That's why I wasn't gonna say it in the first place.
Transparency. I've asked. I was like, there's times where Cortney, prior to bringing other people on the show, I was like, did I get sexually assaulted? Because I'm still processing. I'm like, Because if you say no and stop, but they still go, like, is that still? But I'm like, nah, that couldn't have happened. Not to me, not, but the definition of, yeah, Ashley, you got fucked over, and I'd be like,
yeah, a lot of the times the situation is sometimes you get sexually assaulted and you don't realize it till after the fact.
Exactly. So I can say that, like, so when you was talking about the, like, it happened, you go all the way home versus, like, it's not like you're just gonna run out the room like, oh my God, because also at the same time, they're a giant, you're an ant, and you're gonna have management and the people on his team, like, listen, let's calm down, like, go wash, like, go do this, calm down, and then try to offer you some payola, some money and stuff, but I don't know.
That's what made me think about it. That's why I wanted to retract that statement, because I didn't think about what you guys were saying.
Yeah, I
get that.
So I think with any situation, you're gonna have to wait for it to play out. Now the thing is, let's say he didn't want it dragged out or go to court. So are we gonna automatically say, oh, he did it if he does the settlement? Like, how does that work?
I don't know.
The world is gonna view it how the world views it, regardless. Whether he doesn't, whether he goes the mile and fights this, and they find fault in all 22 accusations to where he is innocent. This is so touchy, and another reason why big names go for this type of stuff, for the simple fact of what Cortney said earlier. When you murder somebody, you're innocent until proven guilty. If you're accused of rape, you are guilty until proven innocent. Period. The system is for the woman to get justice. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? There's people that can lie about sexual assault, and we can see a cop shoot a man dead in the street on video, and they still walking free. That's just the way the system is. While there's, he touched me the wrong way, he's most likely gonna have to go to trial. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. And I hate that, but
I think we all hate that. Both scenarios, we hate that,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just the whole criminal justice system, period. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to rape, and my definition is designed for the raper to lose, regardless if somebody is a false accusing them. And that's just how I feel. And I feel like
there was a girl that was raped. I don't even remember. Did he kill her or something? There was some girl who was raped like on campus behind a dumpster, and that guy is like walking around free today. It was. I don't know if it was there. It was a big thing. Like, this was like, it wasn't just like a local news thing. It was a national thing. Like, I remember
hearing something about it.
It was a white man. I can't remember if the girl was white or if she was black. I think she was white, but he raped her behind a dumpster. I think he also beat her. Either she died or she was almost beat to death, but he's free.
Shit. Real life example, not happened to me, but somebody that I know, a child molester. He had two options where he could get charged with burglary because he crawled through the window into the child's room, or he could be charged with CSC, criminal sexual conduct with the child. Well, at the time, he got those two options, burglary or criminal sexual conduct with a minor. He got more time for burglary than messing with a child. So my family member was like, well, let's just, because of looking at numbers, not looking further down the road, she was just looking at numbers. So she was like, okay, so he could get 10 years for burglary versus 3 years for fucking with my child. So of course she went with the burglary, which no, should have went with the criminal sexual conduct, because he's still getting out within the 3 years. He's still getting out in 3 years, which will be July of this year right here. He gets out. And so, but with the criminal sexual conduct, even though he would have only got like 3 years or whatever, well, the reason why he getting out in 3 years with the burglary is because of good behavior. The motherfucker was like great on paper while he's doing his time, not there's more behind stuff. But anyway, so I'm very upset with my family member because I'm like, why would you do the burglary versus the criminal sexual conduct? Because she was just looking at the 10 years versus the 3 years with the kid, even though he's still getting out in 3 years, which is this year right here. But at least with the criminal sexual conduct, he could have registered as a child, a registered sex offender for the rest of his life. And therefore he couldn't, legally, he can't be near children, legally. So now this motherfucker is getting, no, one or the other.
Okay.
Right.
That's weird.
So he gets what's this, March, April, May, June, July. So within 4 months, he'll be out. He'll be back in Marion County, fucking with little kids again, and he's able to walk around for nothing. Like, because even when I publicly said something about it, his family was like, no, he's not. And of course they're believing that because it's not on paper that he didn't go to court for that, even though I have screenshots, the big picture, but until another person, another parent or guardian is saying, no, I want him to go to prison for this shit right here,
Yeah. That's how my ex-girlfriend, her little brother accused her stepfather of sexual assault. And that man went straight to jail. That's one of the reasons why I said that. I'm talking about they didn't ask no questions. He said he touched me, he made me take my pants down, they went and got him. And he was in jail until that boy came out and said he lied. And was put on every sex offender list until his name is still getting cleared.
Hey, listen, I almost got in some situations, like, because a child lied on me. Like, this shit is real. Like, honestly, I want to be like an advocate for that when I get my money right and stuff. Like, I'm like, nah, it's certain people that these kids are sociopaths. Like, they be lying like crazy because they don't like you or they don't like certain things,
I think it's different when a child makes those accusations, because I don't know why, but like older people, like over the age of 45, like that baby boomers, they tend to think that younger people don't have a
conscious mind to be able to
understanding of like how that could really mess up someone's life. They think that like they have to take that seriously because they don't think that, they're not thinking like, oh, the child's probably lying. That's not coming across their head because they don't think that they don't think kids have a full understanding of how that works.
Right.
Like I think it's different when it's a child saying that.
Well, thank God for paper trails. Thank God the little bitch was bad as fuck. And then I had her in like therapy and all this other stuff. So when they came knocking on my door, I was like, oh, let me get my folder. Like, she has a history of lying. She's low-key a sociopath, but they can't really diagnose her yet because, she's not at the age, that she was. Because I think they had like seven bulletin points. And by age 13, she had already hit 6 of those 7 bulletin points, but you had to be 15 in order to start the process of her, which I feel like that's bullshit as well, to start the process of diagnosing her as a sociopath. But the bitch is a sociopath.
I think it's bullshit too because
it's total bullshit.
Scientifically speaking, they say that you are who you are by the time you're 8 years old. Of course, like, you grow to, know, responsibility and, like how to maintain your, also like that. But like the kids that, how they be like, if you was messing with animals when you were younger, you're probably going to be a serial killer or some type of shit. Like, you are who you are by the time you're 8 years old. So that's stupid.
Listen, I took her journal. I snuck and stole her journal and took it to the therapist. I was like, she got characters in here that got my name in it. And they talking about burning up in a house fire. I don't feel comfortable. Like, I had to put a lock on my door. I was like, I was scared for my life. Like, and so I will say this right here. I settled. Like, I settled out of court. I was like, not monetary wise, but I was just like, my attorney was like, okay, the findings, the findings was false. Like, clearly she lied, Ashley. So in order for her to lie, she lied, she's going to have to come back in your care. I said, oh, no. Whatever y'all want to do. Like, no, that's not going to happen for me. No. But, so I get what you're saying as far as like, you have like the balance of both. Like, you have some people that's just out to get him per se, because of what he did, but also at the same time, you would look like people, I guess like me and Cortney, we're looking at like, why would they go to the extreme length of doing that? But Caucasians have been doing shit like that for years. Look, they lied to get us over here. Like, I mean, it's just.
And let me make it clear what I'm saying really quick. I was just saying, let me make it clear. I'm not saying that it shouldn't be investigated.
Right.
Let me make that very clear. You know what I'm saying? In that event. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't matter who we think is the golden child. Everybody has some secrets. Like, I'm not saying that they shouldn't be investigated. I feel like it should be investigated. But there's got to be some hard evidence. Because it's just, the timing is just ironic. If he was at the peak of his career, if he was, you know what I'm saying, you know, they was giving him what he wanted and said, yeah, we'll trade you, we'll do whatever we want to do. And then we're like, okay, well, you know, this is what's going on. I feel like I would look at it a little different than this team going through those great lengths because it's been done before.
Speaking of what you said, I would look at it the opposite way. Like, they've been new, because I'm pretty sure women then, there have been some brave sexually assaulted women that said, hey, he's done this to me. And they probably swept it under the rug because of who he is. And then they probably, when he requested that trade or whatever he wanted to do, they probably dangled that over his head. Like, do you know what we have on you? You know, and he's just probably like, fuck it, whatever. But
that's the other reason why I think of it the other way, because it's simply fact of, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You going out there now?
Oh, we might be.
Okay, we get ready to go. So I just think of it as, you know, I feel like if they dangle that over my head and I know I didn't do nothing, I would be like, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Show me the proof.
Either way,
show me the proof.
If he is like what you say he is, where he's like the stand-up guy and there's like no reason, like, you know what I mean? Like, no one, like you said that no one's like thinking that, no one would ever think that this would be him, like this would be what he would do. I feel like hopefully they'll do like a thorough investigation. The only thing I wish is that if it is not true and these women have been like paid to do this shit, I wish that there was some way that we could charge these women, because that's one thing that I hate false allegations like that. Because you fucking it up for people who actually are getting assaulted and raped,
who are really sexual assault victims.
And so yeah, but I mean, it's all gonna, you know, it'll come to light one way or another.
Right. So, all right. So everybody got things to do. So thank you for tuning into the show. And this is a great These are great topics. Daniel, good luck tonight. And we will see you guys next Sunday. Bye.